What's up, headbangers, and welcome to the first ever album hang on this here channel. My name is John Garcia. Stay puffed if you're nasty, and that's where we simply hang out and listen to an album. The first record that I'm bringing to you today is the 2023 masterpiece, This Heathen Land by London's Green Lung. I already did a discussion on one of their previous songs, Leaders of the Blind, on another video. You can check that out. But this is an incredible band, and I say it's a masterpiece because it's been out for over a year almost, and every time I listen to it, there's something that I find that I like even more. It's one of those albums that you can get a lot from the very first listen, but the more you spin it, it's just like the songs they infect your brain and you just want to sing and dance, whether it's to Maxine Witch Queen or whether it's to, One for Sorrow or Oceans of Time, the vampire Dracula-induced closer. It's really, really fucking good. And I thought that this would be a fantastic record to start with because it's about 45 minutes long and it goes so fast. There is not a bad track on the album, in my opinion. My first couple listens, I thought that maybe One for Sorrow and Song of the Stones maybe slowed it down, but that worry kind of went away after really giving it a few more spins. I think the track listing is excellent. It flows from one to the other, and it really feels like an album, a journey, which is, that's what they plan to do with this thing. Anyway, you can look at this art over here to see the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the riders in the sky type, if you will, the hunters in the sky, I guess. And it's fantastic. There's the boys in Green Lung right there. And I would consider this album kind of a concept album as well, given the fact that it's just supposed to be a whole journey into Occult Albion, like looking at these lyric sheets and stuff like that they that they put in this booklet. And it's just fantastic, everything from top to bottom. And I also love the fact that they tried to imbue it with this Martin Birch style production job. Martin Birch being the producer for like every good Iron Maiden album that you've listened to. Fire of Unknown Origin by Blue Oyster Cult, Whitesnake, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell Mob Rules. It goes on and on. But they used his kind of influence and mixed it with almost like a BBC documentary style listen, which is evident from the first track and all the way through with the kind of primitive sounding keyboards that are in there. And yeah, if you like doom metal, if you like stoner rock, if you like 70s prog, or just like big bombastic occult songs that you can fucking, worship Satan to and like have a good time, this album is for you. It's big, it's bombastic, it's stadium ready, and I think it is just a fantastic listen, start to finish. So let's do it, my friends. Let's listen to This Heathen Land by Green Lung. Right, let's give this a spin. Kicking things off with Prologue. And you'll be able to tell right away from these this BBC special voiceover here with these sounds.
Beyond the cities and motorways of modern Britain, away from the influence of its Christian churches and cathedrals, lies another country. An older, stranger country. A country of lonely tors and desolate moors, of forgotten woods and mysterious standing stones. You are about to embark on a journey into Occult Albion.
Occult Albion. Come.
It's time to explore
this heathen land. Just right away, leading in from that, it sets the tone, and then we're just off and running. Flawless. It sounds like falling down the stairs. Choked with briar and thorn. Just like Tom Templar's voice in this. We'll shout out all the musicians and stuff like that through here, but Tom Templar's voice, just the atmosphere that he gives, that kind of like Ozzy style delivery. That organ right there, that pipe organ. Shout out to John Wright. Go hollow ground. And every chorus, every like song has a bit like this that you just want to. I need like torches and flames. About 20 people in cloaks. That is Mr. Scott Black on the guitars. So evocative. Do you see the wood smoke swirling in the nave? Very rich lyrics, which I mean you would expect when the songs are about folklore and stuff like that, you know? John writes like the echoing organ on either side. There's layers. So again, that gets back to the production job that we're talking about. So many little ear candies and bits around. We'll point them out. Come with us down to the forest church. Accents everywhere. I love how this band, even though they may do like, you know, a verse chorus style songs sometimes, they always add a little extra panache when they repeat choruses, so it's not always the same one over and over again. Let's get into Scott Black's solo right here. Just bombastic, screaming, evocative, expressive. Dude, like, oh man. A solo you can hum along to, and then a keyboard solo after that. This is the second track. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Nah. Yeah, dude. Fuck, yeah, this band is so goddamn good. If this is your first foray into Green Lung, welcome. I hope you're enjoying. Dude, this is what I'm talking about again, those accents, those details, those little changes in the chorus. Wait for it. Hell yeah. Shout out to Matt Weisman on the drums on this album, dude. Just the fills and everything that he's doing, just keeping the tempo and making sure we just want to chug on. They have no chill at the very beginning of this album. It's just like 3 straight bangers back to back to back, and then a heavy as fuck doom song. Dude. A little bit of like Iron Maiden Phantom of the Opera right there. Very nice. Joseph Gass, the bass player, gets a lot of sway in this song. You know, you'll hear that bass pounding in the back, but it's chorus time, my friends. Out of the caverns into the moor. From subterranean to summit stone. Bum, 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 bum. It's so good. So good. I will be like replaying this album as soon as I get off again, just so I can scream. So this song is about Pendle Hill in England, and I mean, like, it's the whole point with this thing that you can go to all of these locations that they're singing about and blast it. You ready? Just punching bass right there. So good. From subterranean to solid stone. Bum, 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 bum. Now we climb toward a mountain throne. So now bow down as the sapphire. Tom just goes out of his mind right here. Halford impression. Halftime swing right there. Let's go. Not the highest he goes in this. Because when do we get to fucking Hunters in the Sky? That's the song. Scott Black again. Bass. Who says the guitar is dead? Who says they ain't no fucking shredders anymore? Dude, and if you think that we're getting a fucking break, we ain't. Simon did the Peanuts dance, you know? Which is what this song makes me want to do. Let's have a fucking goblet of blood and let's go party. So good. So huge, this song. Maxine. I no chill. And they do this thing where it's like they have this nice pre-chorus that turns into an even more like ridiculous chorus.
Do you remember those 4 golden years in Notting Hill Gate? The book of shadows open wide.
So good.
While the moon crowned up on the grass, a bats of melting. The chalice to my anthem.
Sing it with me, my friends. Maxine witch queen, hierophant of Hecate. Yes! Still remember you. The up and down keyboard part. Just can't handle it. I gotta take a break, but not yet. Maxine. Maxine, his vocal flares on that, just chewing on all of the scenery right here. Maxine. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh my God. All right. Now we need to take just like a little bit of a step back, which the boys in the lung have provided for us. It's not like we're getting any less chill. We're just catching a little bit of a breath. This is One for Sorrow. This just really heavy, like the doomiest, like Black Sabbathiest song that they've done so far. Right, you got that bell. You can just see the clouds and the rain coming down through this, like, riffing right here. It's just fucking Ionian, if I ever heard it, you know?
The bird of omen is on the wing.
Atmospheric. Keyboards and the bass doing a lot of heavy lifting behind Tom right now. Those guitar. It will follow. Excuse me, bye. The video for this is also very, very good if you haven't seen it yet. Feels like its own, like, folk horror type of movie. I don't know, man, interrupted myself a little bit. It was like they're summoning some sort of, like, olden god with the melodious, kind of creepy like phrases that they're doing through here. Even this keyboard part. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. When we get to Oceans of Time, this kind of comes back around, these accents over here, but dude. Beyond the window pane in twilight gloom, a tap upon the glass foretells my doom. This is fucking like Edgar Allan Poe shit right here. I don't know if it's just because it's got birds in it or whatever, but I have always been all right, all you heavy breakdown people, let's go. Let's pay attention. This isn't Lord of Shore or anything like that, but it'll get you going, right? It'll make you move. Ah! And it's got that like weird, it's on like a weird time skip right there. Dude. Wow. So good. Oh my God. Like Castlevania shit right here. Just building and building and building on top of this thing. This part coming up here is one of my favorite parts of the album, I have to say. It's so big. Stadium ready, you know? See the pyro with the shit going on. So good. Yes. For the devil himself. Keyboard line. It will follow. Congratulations, my friends. We're halfway through the album. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Dude, side A has no fucking chill, man. No way. All right, we flipped the record over and we're on Song of the Stones right now, the folkiest that Green Lung has ever gone. They always have a little bit of that imbued in their music, but this is like straight up. Get in the middle of the Stones, have a lute, and just summon the devil.
High upon the hillside, in search of the arcade, I took a sip of soma to ward away the pain. With the shins I wandered around the Barrow Mound.
This is based on a short story called Barrow King.
All around me they stood, tall and strong. It was then that I knew I was not alone.
song of the stones.
As the moon was rising, the door
It's just such a beautiful,
drawn toward the darkness.
almost like some 60s like folk almost, you know?
Saw them worshiping. They bowed before their master in the court of the Barrow King. All around me they stood as the more fires burned. Then it was that I knew
I would not return.
what ancient power was calling me home. I stood inside the circle and heard
The song of the stones. I think this would be really nice live. You know what I mean? Just like a nice break in between all of the really hard chugging songs. Lighters and torches in the air, weed smoke everywhere, lights coming through the fog. This beautiful, beautiful guitar solo by Scott Black. All of it. Can you hear the stones calling you back home? So good. Just so ominous, I think, despite this kind of like this flute back in the background and this floating, wistful melody. It is still kind of ominous if you think about all these people standing around you chanting this all at the same time. Maybe they're wearing cloaks, maybe they're not. But another thing I love about this band is the imagery that they put up. We talked about the way that their lyrics are so evocative, right? And paint all of these pictures of, you know, occult rituals and, you know, witch parties and stuff like that. But yeah, it just is so great for your imagination. I can tell you from the source that these gentlemen want you to chew some magic mushrooms and go out in the woods and listen to this album. If you want to experience it the way that they intended. You know, we're not telling anybody to do drugs, but, you know, if you want to. All right, enough of this shit. Let's get back into the bangers, dude. Come on. Speaking of magic mushrooms and psilocybe, this song is all about that shit. This song is about going on a mind journey in the woods and seeing all the old gods and ancestors before you. Hell yeah. Hey. It's a skulking, creeping, marching beat right there. Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out, Mr. Matt Wiseman. The old and old seem to watch me as I pass. Get a little bit of like Wizard of Oz in this, you know, the scene where Dorothy's bitch slapping the shit out of those trees, right? Wano. It's another deep purple-esque fucking organ right there. The sacred lays all alone.
On the trail of the great unknown.
We have only 2 more songs after this. I'm telling you, the album goes fucking quick.
Psilocybe in my only guide.
Revelator.
I can see the patterns in the leaves. The ash vortex, the spiral track. Time is slowing. I have found the road to life on this.
That lead in with the organ is just so good. Those are those little details I'm talking about, you know, just those things that only Greenwood could do with their music, you know. I love this. This is very reminiscent to that weightless part in Leaders of the Blind, which is, you know, giving this bridge, this interlude, some space to breathe, you know, that psychedelic trance almost, you know? Really nice feeling on the ears with the like bongos, the little skin drums they hear, and then Mr. Gast is back. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's what I got. Douse along the sacred lays all alone.
On the trail of the great unknown. I walk the ancient way.
Walk the ancient ways and then ooh, just so good. Yeah, I could talk a lot about this album. It's so good, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. Take a shot every time you hear me say that. You'll be done by the end of these next 2 songs, I think. Holy shit, this is good. All right, let's do it, my friends. We got another banger. Let's do it. This is about no man being able to own what is not theirs. Ugh. Bum, 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 bum.
You who would lay claim to Dartmoor, you'll never take this heathen land. Above whispers wood, the thunder of hooves heralds the whole.
This is where Tom does his like most outlandish Rob Halford impression, and it's fucking great.
You know that you'll never escape from the mob. Above the reeds, we ride led by the haunted one. A sight of cavalcade we are.
hunters in the sky.
Woden is sucking a sunwise, blunting the hounds of the air. And black hawk comes hard on their cars. They take sight of your misting breath. When you hear a howling come across the sky,
So hard. So hard.
you know that this will be the day that you die.
Above the rides we ride, we are the haunted one.
A phantom cavalcade, we are galloping high over the mud. The hunters in the sky, hitting us right in the whites of our eyes. The hunters in the sky.
Bro. Speaking of the songs about the fucking wild hunter gonna come and just fucking kill anybody who tries to lay claim to this area of land over here. Fuck yeah, dude. Hear that like war drum in the background? Dude, let's go, Tom Templar, let's do it! Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. He's just got such a unique way of phrasing his leads, you know? I'm sure a lot of people don't know Scott Black right now, but the more that they're gonna play and the more people that listen to them, like, you can hear this just like you know who Adrian Smith is playing, or fucking like Ioni is playing, or something like that, you know?
Here's what you like, Lottie and Tom. No man can know what is common to all. Above the reeds, we ride there by the haunted one. A phantom cavalcade.
We are the wild ones. So good.
The hunters in the sky.
The last thing you see as the light leaves your eyes.
The hunters in the sky.
Just completely off rhythm on that. But oh my god, and that means we're to the last song. My friends, as this fades in, I'll kind of let the atmosphere take over to you. I want to gush about this song, but all I'll say is I fucking love it. And it is the... If you thought Born to a Dying World was an amazing closer on their previous album, this one right here, oh my god. Let it take you away, my friends. Just nice in the ears and the headphones on each side.
Those Carpathian days I would dream of you long before you were born. I'd hear a choir of wolves singing out to you at the height and the heart of the storm.
Bro, like, are you kidding me? If this song was on anybody's fucking album, in like 1986, it would be everywhere. You would know the song without even knowing it, you know?
I hunted from Whitby to Whitechapel for a glimpse of your absent eyes. No apotropaic will warm me off.
For you have always been my bride.
Down all of the centuries, I
These backing vocals right here.
down all of the centuries, I have longed for the light of your flame. I crossed oceans of time to find you. Oceans of time. I crossed oceans of time to find you.
That guitar line behind the chorus vocals is out of this world. Na-na-na-na-na. You see your last sunrise, so come drifting in oceans of time. The composition and the way the song is laid out and the ebbs and flows of it are phenomenal. Phenomenal. So good.
Since I saw you last, my hunger only grows. I'll give you the gift of life eternal, Elizabeth, come home. Oceans of time.
Oh my god, it just like swells like literal an ocean. Just one after another, just waves. Waves of music and emotion.
Countess and concubine. You see the last sunrise.
So commotion and nurture. That's just fucking. I don't know what that was. This is a crowd surfing part if I've ever heard one. Those of you that are into the pastime. Dude. You can see the sun rising up over the fucking cliffside. Vampires bursting into dust. And we just let it play you out and fade out. And let you sit with what you just heard for a second. Green Lungs, this heathen Land. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I don't know if anyone would have enjoyed that as much as I did right now, but I hope it was close. I hope that you go and listen to it again. I'm telling you, once Oceans of Time finishes, not only do you want to play Oceans of Time over and over again, it's one of those songs I think that, you know, it is anchored by the chorus, you know, I've crossed oceans of time to find you, but it's surprisingly like linear, like it doesn't have a verse chorus, it just kind of goes, but I love that about that last song because it makes the, you know, those Carpathian days, I would dream of you at the very beginning. You just get sucked into it and you want to hear all of those parts over again. You want to hear them say, you know, yeah, Countess and Concubine, you've seen your last sunrise. And then you just want to play the whole album over and over and over again. Very, very tight album. Expertly sequenced. I know that the lads in the band were saying that they thought Black Harvest was more so a collection of songs than an album. I can kind of see what they were talking about, although I still think that that one is set up and it does feel like an experience that you know want to drop the needle on the vinyl and sit all the way through. But this one, you could tell from the minute it starts to the end, it is, you know, meant to be listened all the way through. But then the songs themselves stand on their own. If you hear, you know, Maxine or Hunters in the Sky or The Ancient Ways or anything like that, you could enjoy them and headbang with the rest of them on those. So, hey, let me know what you thought about this album in the comments or staypuffedmetal@gmail.com. Shoot me a line and you can let me know how you're feeling about that. Have you listened to any other Green Lung albums or have you discovered any other bands from Green Lung, whether that's contemporary bands or going to listen to some Queen or Deep Purple from them? Let me know if you hated it. Also, let me know. And yeah, until next time, my friends, we'll see ya at the next album hang. So I hope you stay safe, stay sane, stay heavy, stay puffed. See you later, headbangers.